What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Cousins Cup podcast. This is our first ever emergency episode because honestly, what just happened? What just happened? Stranger Things 5 dropped.
What did we just witness?
I'm saying, bro. I was sitting there literally absolute cinema, bro, the whole time. The whole time, bro.
Jaw on the floor some moments, bro. Jaw on the floor.
So we don't have any structure for y'all today. We just want to talk about the episodes and, early reactions. Just a review of the episode. I don't even know if I have any predictions for what's coming because I'm still processing and shook over what just happened.
Spoilers, obviously, going forward from this point out. You've been warned at this point, but you wouldn't be here if you haven't seen it yet.
Right? Yeah, spoilers. If you haven't seen it yet, please get on that because I don't know what y'all are doing.
I would also like to note that Jaden and I have not talked to each other one bit about the show yet. We are saving our raw reactions for right now for you guys.
Yeah. All right, bro. Is there anything you want to bring up right away? Because I think we're probably both thinking of the same thing right now that we just need to get on the table immediately.
Are you thinking about the big thing?
I'm thinking about the big thing, bro.
I just come out and say it then.
I'm thinking of the sorcerer himself, bro.
Will the Wise, bro.
Dude, I honestly I still am not fully over it yet. I'm still processing it. But to see the Demogorgons go after Mike, Lucas, and Robin, and then they start floating, and you look at Will and his eyes are cloudy like Vecna's.
Oh, the white eyes. Oh my gosh, bro.
Nah, and then the ending shot, bro, of the nosebleed.
Oh, he's got the little smirk on his face. He's wiping off the blood.
Come on, bro.
Gosh, dude. Oh my gosh.
Nah. I genuinely was shook by that. And I don't think anyone could have predicted that. I hadn't heard many predictions of Will getting superpowers or Will being 11 or Vecna for that matter. Obviously, we knew he was connected to the Upside Down, but
the biggest one I heard was it was going to be a little reference to season 2 where he had true sight or whatever they called it in D&D terms, and he could spy on Vecna type thing. And then when he initially had the Demogorgon vision, which by the way, that is straight up Sam Raimi horror with the monster vision, which I love to see. Shout out Jackson actually for pointing that out while we were watching it.
That's tough.
Right, so once that was put out there, I was like, oh, he's just going to be able to spy and, tap into it a little bit, see what's happening. But the full-blown powers that he actually had was insane.
No. And him cracking, the bones of the Demogorgons and stuff to perfectly replicate Vecna himself, bro. My initial thought was, this dude's more powerful than 11.
Well, yeah, I remember in Season 1, and I do know it's Season 1, 11, but 11 she pretty much had died, got sent back into the Upside Down when she killed the first Demogorgon in the school. Will just did it. He did 3 at a time with just tapping into his powers for the first time and easily.
And so, yeah, the other thing that I noticed is like Vecna, Will doesn't have to be there physically to take over your body, whereas 11 needs to be there to work her powers on you. And yeah, Will just did it through true sight alone. He took 3 at one time. I don't think we've seen Vecna do multiple at one time yet. Yeah. So
okay, but while we're on the topic of Vecna, how juiced up is he, bro? Did you see the way he was moving in that military camp?
He's just a man on a mission, bro. Season 4 Vecna, it felt he would toy with you a little bit. He'd dance around it a little bit, kind of work his plan slowly. He's a man on a mission, dude. He's not taking one at a time. He's taking all the kids. He's coming into the military. Dude, the shot of him going through the guy's face or whatever.
Brutal, man. And that shot alone is probably what put it from how they changed the rating up to TVMA, I'm pretty sure, instead of 14 plus or whatever it was. But that alone probably push it up to TVMA.
Yeah, that whole sequence,
that
bro.
was brutal.
Yeah, that whole sequence.
He blows up the one guy with the flamethrower.
Yeah, dude, it was
as crazy. Far as we know, that's like one of his biggest weaknesses right now is fire and all that and heat. But he just repelled it, blew the entire camp up. Like
Yeah.
insane, man.
Yeah, he's looking crazy, bro. And he has a whole new look, and I think it's probably because he got like burnt up in the last season and stuff, was getting shot at. But dude, he's scary, bro. He's scary.
He's juiced up, bro. He's because like we got a lot of creepy elements in the last season, but this one is like just pure terror now. Like,
Right. Right.
he's there, and you can tell he's not messing around. He's not gonna just toy with his victims anymore. He is going for the kill.
Right.
This season.
So I want to pose this to you because I had a thought when I was watching it. When Vecna came through the gate and was coming up to Will, at first I was like, oh, this dude's about to take Will to the Upside Down to finish his big plan. Like, Will was the final piece. But now I'm starting to think that Will isn't a part of his plan anymore. Like, I feel like it started with Will, and then he lost Will because they came and rescued him. He didn't really see it coming at the time. And now he's moved on to this new batch of kids because he came back to Will and he was like, you're weak of mind. That's why I'm going for kids, because they're weak. But you were too weak for this world, and like you were meant for mine.
Okay, very interesting. I actually do want to talk about this.
Okay, cool.
The reason I think he says that line is because he tried with adults. He tried with Billy, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw that backfired on him. Like, they had 11. They could have killed 11 in Season 3 in Starcourt. But Billy was too strong in the mind, too strong physically, and saved 11's life in that way.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why he's going after the kids now, like he did with Will, just because they're so much easier to manipulate mentally and physically. They can't do anything. So that could be a little reason playing into it. Tell me what you think about that.
Yeah, I definitely think so too. I think like the kids he just knows are an easier target for him, and it was shown like through Will. I'm just curious now though, like, do you think Will is still a part of his big plan?
See, that's the thing, is like, I have no clue what the bigger idea, the big plan is with the kids.
Yeah.
I don't know, because like, at least with the bodies that and the people that he was killing last season, it was like he needs to open the gates. But this time around, why does he need the kids at this point? He's already like this powerful. Why does he need a bunch of kids to actually help him see out a plan?
That's what I'm saying, bro. And honestly, this is a good transition to the next thing I wanted to talk about, which is like the other big thing that happened in this season. Probably like it could be bigger than Will's in terms of, you know, the outlook of the season itself, and that is what's going on with the kids. But before we even get into that, my favorite moment of the season was Will showing his powers. My second favorite moment was when Max showed up to see Holly.
Oh, dude. See, I think it has to be between those two for me. An honorable mention, it isn't one specific moment, but like I'll try to narrow it down, is just Mike in general.
Dude, I love Mike this season.
I put it in our factor cap that Mike has to play a big role and like be a bit more redeeming in this season, and he is just so good. He's back to season 1 and 2 Mike. He's the leader of the party. He's the heart of the party. And he's just looking after everybody, protecting everybody,
Dude.
making plans. And I loved it, man. I loved it.
Ishay, the scene with him and Holly when he's talking about heroic Holly and telling her to be brave. Come on, bro. Like, that's my Mike, bro. That's
Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema, man. He has all the kids that they didn't get out of the military camp, and he's leading them around. He's protecting them, putting himself on the front line
Right.
for them. Demogorgons come. He's like, everybody get behind me. That's my Mike, bro. That's my goat right there.
I actually love to see it, bro. And I was getting a little bit nervous. I was telling my sisters that I'm scared that they're building up Mike so much and making us fall in love with him so much that something could happen. I know. I don't even want to bring it up.
If he's the wheeler to die, I will be so mad.
Yeah.
I will be so mad.
I can't. I can't.
Right, before we go into like the kids or anything, just because this is a bit more of a minor moment, how did you feel about, honestly, this is probably the second best episode for me that came out, was episode 2,
Yep.
the attack on the Wheeler house.
Yep.
My goat, Ted, shooting golf. He's in a coma now.
So I actually saw a video on Instagram, and it was like we said he was gonna have an MVP season, and it's a shot of the Demogorgon slashing Ted across the chest, like throwing him across the room. Hey, his time's not up. We'll see if he wakes up. But yeah,
He better.
Dude finally got off the couch though. I'll give him that.
Oh, bro, like it was actually heartbreaking to see him go out so quick.
Mm-hmm.
Not heartbreaking for him, but then Karen
Was
putting up
tough.
a damn good fight against the Demogorgon.
Yeah.
She doesn't play about her kids, bro.
Did you think Karen was gonna die?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, me too.
100. I don't know how she's alive, to be 100% honest with you. She was in a rough shape, but they had me going for sure.
Yeah, me too.
For sure.
Yeah, I was nervous, bro. I was like, there's no way they're starting the show off like this already.
Are you in episode 2, bro? But that would be like the kind of death you would expect, you know?
Yeah, to get it going for sure.
But like we got Nancy walk him down Wheeler.
Come on,
but
bro.
now we got Karen put him up Wheeler. Get the hands up, get the bottle out.
Hey, early MVP to like all the Wheelers, low key. Cause like, why are they putting up such a great? Why is this show about the Wheelers right now?
Don't care.
I love it too. I love it too. I love to see it.
Every single Wheeler has been good.
I love to see it. I love Mike. I love the direction they're heading with him. I love Nancy in this. Karen was a goat in episode 2. Dude, I really like Holly. Like, I really like Holly being the center of this right now.
Her actor, do not know her name, phenomenal.
Right? I don't know how old she is, but
every single scene she's in.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
did you know she has an accent?
I did. I saw a TikTok of her talking about being on set, and I was like, wow, I did not know. Yeah, she's
child actor being able to hide the accent that well.
Yeah, she's got a bright future.
For sure. I like, honestly, some of my favorite moments from this season were her and Max. To be honest.
100%. All of episode 4 is genuinely peak, bro.
So
because
good.
of like the Max stuff. Should we just go episode by episode? Because like my mind is low-key just like turning right now.
We're jumping around right now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's zone in on episode 1.
Yeah, let's talk episode 1. I'm gonna look at my notes real quick to see if I have anything for episode 1. But what I do want to say right off the bat is the Duffer Brothers did exactly what I wanted them to do, and it was start with playing kids from season 1. And that whole sequence of like the Byers and the Wheelers being in the same house and kids is playing and all of them are getting reintroduced, bro. I was again like absolute
so
cinema, bro. I'm telling you.
We can do that probably like a couple times an episode.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute cinema.
100%.
Because it was just the perfect reintroduction to these characters. You know, like, and then I did have an issue in the trailer with them going back to school.
Mm-hmm.
But then they made good sense of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rockin' Robin at the radio tower, giving us a little rundown of everything, but it makes sense in universe.
Yeah,
was the perfect way to handle all that. And so I was very, very, very grateful for just a really good in-universe explanation of everything without narration, essentially.
100%
Had a clever way around it.
100% agree. I used to be nervous about the 1-year jump from season 4 to season 5. I'm perfectly fine with it now. I think it makes sense. Vecna obviously got injured, and I don't know why. Like, I didn't really think about it at the time when I was watching 4. I was like, he probably would just bounce back, but maybe not. And now it's taking him time to kind of build up this new thing.
He did get shotgunned off like a 3rd-story building,
right? And burnt,
and lit on fire.
So I totally get it. I think it makes sense. The one thing I will say, I absolutely love this season so far. I think it is genuinely peak. I think every episode has been like a 10 out of 10. I'm not even kidding. And this isn't recency bias, but I do have one issue with it. I just cannot stand the military at all. I can't stand their storyline. I can't stand the characters. I don't get.
Okay. Storyline, explain that one.
So it might have gotten fixed in episode 4, to be honest, but I never understood why they built a base in the Upside Down when they're going for 11, because they don't even know anything about Vecna. And then they were like, oh, well, the military captured Vecna. And I was like, no, we know for a fact they didn't capture Vecna. Obviously, it gets revealed at the end of episode 4 that they were holding on to 8. And so, yeah, maybe now it makes sense. But even still, 8 wasn't living in the Upside Down. So that was the first thing, is like, why are they building a base in the Upside Down when their target is
But why wouldn't they?
Well, because their target's in Hawkins. They're going after 11. They think 11's the one who has done all these things. Yeah, okay,
sure. But you can still have like an ulterior motive. You want to study the Upside Down. They did that for 3 seasons now prior.
Well, the thing is, the military wasn't the Russians, and that makes more sense to me.
No, because the lab in season 1 and 2 were still studying the Upside Down.
But there's a difference between the lab and the military. The military hated the scientists.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but like, you're telling me in the real world, if something like that happened, there wouldn't be scientists and the military involved in going there?
Yeah, no, I feel it. I think it just threw me off at first, that's all. Like, I think over time I started to understand it, and now it makes a lot more sense with the 8 thing showing up and everything like that, like containing her. I'm sure they have maybe something to do with the wall. I don't know if it's them. I don't know if it's Vecna, but
that's an interesting one.
Yeah. But I get it now. The other problem that I had with it is more of like a practical thing, and it was just that, like, how the heck have they not gotten attacked by like anything? Like in season 4, you couldn't walk around the Upside Down with like bats coming after you.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think like even injured, Vecna would be powerful enough to take out a military, especially like they're in the Upside Down. So he has to have some sort of different plan going on there.
I think so, yeah.
Because again, like, it wouldn't really make sense to me why he would just let him set up shop there.
But 3 Demogorgons wiped like the military base up on
an entire like squad.
Yeah. So, but not a single one is like running around this camp. I just didn't get that part. But again, it's like a small enough thing where like it doesn't bother me that much.
No, like that part about them being safe in the Upside Down did bother me about the military, because they should not be safe.
Well, I was like, they're safer in the Upside Down somehow than like in Hawkins.
Or even like Elle and Hopper being in the Upside Down and having like a bunch of safety, they're perfectly fine in there. It was a bit dodgy to me.
Same with Dustin and Steve and Nancy and Jonathan. Like
especially because they hit the wall.
Yeah.
I don't think that can be the military personally, just because like, how do you do that?
Mm-hmm.
But also, then I don't know why Vecna's doing it. It must be some weird thing that happened when the Upside Down was created.
Right.
Because if it all started at the lab and then the lab's in the exact middle, maybe it had something to do with that.
I was just about to say that as, I don't know, maybe it's something to do with the lab. Something to do with the lab. Which is kind of cool that they're tying it back all the way to the beginning.
Yeah, which I do like.
I do too. But yeah, I really liked how it started. Episode 1 was really great. Great way to introduce everyone.
Yeah. I liked how organized the group was.
Yeah.
They had crawls. They were systematically
yes
going through each section of the Upside Down looking for Vecna. They had a headquarters. They had everything they needed sorted.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it was very cool, because that's exactly how I pictured they would actually set up. Right? With Mike being very strategic with the actual group, and then Hopper obviously would be on top of everything there.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I picture them setting up.
Agreed. Other small notes from that episode, Elle and Hopper's relationship, I think, is just amazing. And I think we finally get like the actual full daughter-father relationship between them, with like that banter a little bit, but obviously the underlying love. And Hopper has continually told Elle how much he cares about her, how much he wants to protect her, and how much he loves her. And I really, really like it. The training montage was great when he's like, oh, I didn't see the timer or whatever. And then Joyce is like, did you see the timer? He's like, yeah, she had a second to spare.
I love their relationship this season.
Yeah.
It feels very real.
It feels very real.
Can we talk about how 11's been on demon time?
Dude! I think we're in for an MVP performance from 11 too, because she's cooking right now.
Are we about to see MJ, Scotty, and Dennis the Menace, a new big 3 going up against Vecna?
We might, bro. We might.
Because, oh my, like, are we gonna get Callie, Will, 11 just 3v1 against Vecna?
Yeah, dude.
Like, I'm hoping that's where they take it.
I hope so too. Yeah, she's sick, bro.
I'm very interested to see where they're gonna take the Callie character.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause we didn't get much of her. I don't think many people would honestly remember the kind of character she was. Like, I'll definitely need to go back and rewatch that Lost Sisters episode now, just to kind of get a bit more of who her character is, because I don't really remember.
To me,
so interested to see where that happens.
To me, between Will, Max, and her, that was the least surprising thing, only because like the Lost Sister episode was like the only thing in Stranger Things that was just so random and never got a payoff.
Yeah.
An initial reaction, I won't lie, I don't like that episode, and I know a lot of people don't like that episode, and like initial reaction I was like, oh, okay, like we're bringing her back. But then like after I sat with it for a second, I was like, I'm actually excited. I'm excited to see where this goes, and I'm excited to see how like
I'm super excited for her to be back, to be honest.
Okay.
Because I thought her powers were cool and everything. It's just the episode is not very good. But I do not want to see a single person all of a sudden, like, now that she's back and everything, I don't want to see a single person switch up and say, oh, like, this was so good, like, we needed this episode, all that type of thing. Like, bro.
Yeah, don't change.
Like, you don't go back and say the episode was good. We do need it because, kind of similar to the point I made last week, or last episode about it doesn't need to be a good movie to be good in the MCU.
Yeah,
it doesn't need to be a good episode to be good for Stranger Things.
Yeah,
but don't go and act like it is a good episode now.
Yeah, we're about to see that. Don't worry, I won't switch up. I'm not a huge fan of it, so I won't switch up on it. But we're about to see it. We're about to see that it means something to Stranger Things.
I think so.
To throw in a little bit of a prediction here, I don't want to put a downfall on her character at all, but I do also think this is a easier way to have Vecna kill someone who's powerful and not it be 11.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, if they're not going to kill 11 or Will, then I think that's going to be, the powerful character they'll just kind of kill off. But yeah, like, that's episode 1 gone.
Yeah.
Episode 2 now. This is a big episode.
Yeah.
We already talked about lots of it, to be honest, but tell me any extra thoughts you had.
Yeah, a couple extra thoughts on the end of the episode. One of them's like something that I just gave me genuinely gave me chills down my spine, and then the other one is to talk about like the introduction, I guess, of Will's abilities, because this is the first time we learn that Will can see through the eyes of Vecna and also through the eyes of his victims. I thought this was really cool. Like, I don't know if I have any like other thoughts on that. It was just kind of a surprising twist for me, because we know he's connected and we know he was like a spy for the Mind Flayer, but for him to be able to tap into Vecna's mind without Vecna even knowing is kind of interesting.
I do agree with that, and I'm not 100% sold that Will isn't a spy yet. Because I think there's still a possibility that Vecna has control over him.
Okay.
And that he could be a force used against the party and any of the other characters that we love and care about. So I'm still scared in that regard, but I really, just really hope he's a good guy, knows and learns how to use the powers, and is just an ally the entire time.
Also, I messed that up. That's at the end of episode 1, because the start of episode 2 starts with like Holly going missing. But that was something I wanted to touch up. That was at the end of episode 1, though. My bad.
It's fair. It's good.
Yeah. No, episode 2, though, seeing Holly go was kind of sad. Like, I really like her character. And the Demogorgon in the house is insane. Actually, I do have a question, and I wonder if they're going to answer it later on, is how the heck are these Demogorgons opening up gates like it's nothing now?
Oh, I love it, though.
Right? Like, just ripping through the walls, bro?
When the Demogorgon was in the house and they went downstairs, I was like, oh, okay, they can create a little bit of distance now. When he rips through the kitchen in his own portal, that's smart. Think with portals, why not, man?
Yeah, and then grabs Holly and like rips through the door.
Yeah, like also, the soul peak, bro.
Soul peak that Nancy's there with Karen. Elle's there looking at Karen. Nancy looks at Elle and she's like, "Go." And no hesitation, runs after Holly, bro. Now she's and then that's when she got back into the Upside Down with Hopper, and now they ran into the wall and stuff. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff happening with them. Everything with Hopper and 11, I know we said it already, but that's just been absolute peak. Episode 2 as a whole was It was amazing. Yeah, I think it was my second favorite episode out of all 4.
The turnbow trap now. Unless you want to talk about episode 2.
I got nothing else left. The only other thing I'm thinking of is, how are we feeling about Steve and Dustin? Like, that's kind of breaking my heart.
It's breaking my heart as well. I get why we need it. Just because you need to, like, build us up a little bit, and it's part of who Dustin is right now. He's grieving his friend still. So, like, it definitely makes sense, but I just want to see them be best friends again.
Right. I miss it so much. And for all the people out there who are saying, like, Dustin's being annoying or whatever, like, this dude lost his...
He's grieving,
not
bro.
only his friend, but his mentor, bro. Like, someone who... The difference between Dustin and Steve and Dustin and Eddie is that Dustin and Steve were, like, best friends, but Dustin didn't really have much to relate to Steve about, whereas Eddie was Dustin, bro. Like,
they liked the same things.
They liked the same things. They were always true to who they were. No fear about, like, what people thought of them. And
well, that's kind of how I viewed it, is, like, if you think Dustin's acting out of character, imagine how you would act if he lost Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You would be acting the same way. Probably a little bit worse because it is Steve, but, like, he would be just depressed and upset. So I don't know why he's catching so much flack for that online.
Well, and we're not even talking about how you lose your best friend and then people for a whole year call him the devil. Like, how are you supposed to deal with that?
Right? Like, you can understand why he's acting like this if you think about it, right? But honestly, what I'm really scared about is Dustin going to be cursed by Vecna? Because right now, like, he's in the type of mental state that we saw in season 4 that is very, very easy for Vecna to take advantage of.
Yeah.
There's a lot of parallels between him and Max from last season.
Yeah.
So I am terrified that he's going to die now. I would, like, when we initially talked about it, I was like, he's fine or whatever. I am now terrified he's going to die.
Really? You know what's funny is, like, I'm kind of in, like, the opposite end of that relationship where I'm really scared Steve is going to die now, because I'm scared that, like, they're gonna have this, like, back and forth all season long, and then Steve's gonna die and Dustin's gonna feel terrible about it.
No, the thing is, like, you can't, if you take both of his mentors as best friends, as role models,
you can't do that,
bro. He's gonna be heartbroken. But then I don't want to see Steve lose Dustin.
Yeah, I don't want to see, I just don't want anyone to die, bro.
No, you can't.
I genuinely don't want any. There's not a single character that I'm okay with dying.
No, it's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, quick shout out though. Mr. Clark was back, teaching about wormholes.
So let's go
the goat was back.
Let's go to Turnbow Trap then, because that was in my notes. I was gonna say, how do you feel about your guy coming back?
I saw a really cool thing online that it was the images that Will was drawing actually looked like a wormhole, which is exactly what Mr. Clark was teaching about. So do they need to go get his help in later episodes?
They better, bro. There's no way they bring my guy back for like 10 minutes, bro. They better bring him back.
Right? I would rather have him in the party than, I won't say his full name, but Derek. We're going to leave out the front part of his name.
Are you not messing with Derek right now?
Actually, I did like him a lot more in the last episode. His introduction, and I know he's supposed to be jarring like this, but oh my gosh, I was fed up with him within the first 2 minutes of him being on screen.
I'm telling you, bro, I was tired of him too. Yeah, bro, I was so tired of him.
When Will tackled him in the barn, I was like, yeah, do it. I'm sick of him.
Right?
I'm sick of him.
Yeah, I'm sick of that.
I'm sick.
Yeah, bro. Nah, that was, it took me a minute to get over him, bro. Also, speaking of goats coming back, Erica was in episode 3 too.
Hey, she's not one of my goats. I'd like to make that clear.
How is she not one of your goats?
Love her character, not one of my goats. She's just somebody I'm always going to be happy that is to be, like, if she's included, I'll be happy. If she's not, I'm not going to go like, okay, where's Erica?
Okay.
Up until that point, I wasn't like, hey, where's Erica?
Okay.
But when she gets involved in everything, It's good.
It's a good time every time.
It's a good time.
Yeah, her whole thing with Tina was really funny, bro. And it was cool to like bring
That
Tina
was
back
very good.
from like when Erica brought her up in season 3 about a play date or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care about Tina or Uncle Jack's party.
Yeah, bro. No, that was cool. And the whole like trap setup, and again with the Demogorgons ripping through the walls and the floors and stuff.
Yeah.
That was sick, bro. And the way that they set up the traps and everything. And then the tension in that episode entirely and the pacing is done so perfectly in my opinion.
Very, very good.
Like you go from like
good.
talking about the plan to being in the house to the Demogorgon coming, and then they're following him, and then out of nowhere the Demogorgon stops and turns around. And they're like, why the heck is he running away? And then they find out he found Derek. And I also think in that shed part was the first time I thought, oh, Will maybe has some sort of control over these guys, because the Demogorgon did not attack Joyce at all. And Will could see Joyce through the Demogorgon's eyes. And I was like, oh, maybe he can like somehow I don't know if it's like a brain thing where like he can slow them down or whatever. I did not think it was going to be what he is, but I thought maybe he had some sort of control in that.
No, but it was like, you're right. The pacing of every single episode and the story as a whole in season 5 has been fantastic so far.
Yeah.
Right? Episode to episode, progressing the story along has been very good, but then just within the individual episodes, the pacing, they build something up and then give it enough time for it to linger at the end of the episode for you to get hyped and get ready for the next one. Like, it's just perfect.
100%.
Absolutely perfect right now.
100%. Last little bit for episode 3 before we go to ep 4. And I'm going to tie this a little bit to something that I missed from episode 2. But I think we need to talk about Holly and Henry and like his house and what this place is, because this is now when we're first getting introduced to it in episode 3. I was going to say at the end of episode 2, genuine chills down my spine when Nancy's
when
like,
they're writing
like, oh, Mr. Whatsit, like, does he have a first name? And like writing Henry, bro. Yeah, that shook me.
I will say, Henry's actor being such a good-looking person really helps out the whole aesthetic here.
Oh, for sure.
Because if it was some creepy dude, then obviously like you'd be put off with the whole situation. But because he's good-looking, he's charming, he's charismatic, like you almost feel like, okay, I trust this guy. Like I know he's bad. I know he's Vecna. But like I still felt like when he's talking to Holly, like, oh, I felt safe, like Holly did. It was such a weird feeling because I know he's the big bad. But that's just great acting done on his part,
right? And you know what, Ish, like I feel like because he's so trusting and like you said, you felt weirdly safe around him. That's the scariest part about his character.
Yes,
like that's what makes him so evil.
That entire every sequence within, I guess, the memories or the little mindscape world that they're in was just so well done. Yeah. Right? Max's solo kind of expedition of all the memories that she was in, so well done on Sadie Sink's part. She is a phenomenal actor.
Yeah, dude, Max is, since season 2, which she was great in, and 3, like she was good in, but season 4 she really took off, and now she's becoming, like, I could make the argument she's my favorite character at times. Like, that's how good of a character she's become.
Oh, 100%.
And to see her at the end of episode 3, and for her to be the one to be there for Holly, dude, like, there are certain things where you just sit there and you're just smiling because you just feel good. And
I'm so happy about
seeing Max show up, like, now I know Max is okay. Like, I know that, like, Max has a chance to wake up again. B, it's like, I really like Holly, and to know Holly is safe because she's with someone who I know will take care of her. Like, things are good. Things are good.
Seeing Max almost take her in as like, and treat her like a little sister was just so nice to see, especially because she never had a good sibling relationship with Billy.
Yeah, 100%.
So getting to see her be the older sister kind of figure for Holly, and like Holly trusted her almost instantly,
which I was nervous about.
So yeah, I thought it was going to be one of those things where it's like, oh, they just run back to Henry's house and all that, and then
Yeah.
Max is exposed type thing. But no, like what they actually did very well in this season was, and in past seasons too, was just trust the characters
Mm-hmm.
to be smart and everything. Don't regress them. Like when you initially told Robin about the Upside Down and Elle and everything, she didn't go, "Oh, that's not real. I'm not going to believe you." She just kind
Mm-hmm.
of went, "Yeah, okay," and went along with it. They
Went
do
with
really
it.
well with that in Stranger Things.
They do. Yeah, they're trusting of their friends and or the people they're around. Um, and obviously Holly and Max had a very brief moment, but a moment in season 4 when Max is drawing at the table and Holly's playing Light Bright, and it's like now they
So they know about each other.
100%. And I like that the Duffer Brothers were like so intentional
They
about that.
acknowledge that.
They're so intentional about how, like Max is like, I've been to your house multiple times, and in season 4, Max has a line to Nancy where she's like, "Oh, me and Holly were just doing Light Bright at the table." Like they were very intentional about Max
Yeah.
and Holly having some sort of connection.
All right, if they were planning that all the way back then, well done.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
It's hard for me to think that they wouldn't have. Like
Yeah,
this
because
all
one
works together way
throwaway
too well.
line, one throwaway line just makes the entire plot in season 5 work so well.
100%. 100%. All right, do you want to talk about episode 4 then real quick?
I mean, we've already talked about lots of it,
Mhm.
but
Is there anything
again,
else that
just
you
the way
want?
it was structured,
Yeah.
like I almost thought this was like the end of the series at some moments. The way they had it building up and the tension that they were able to build up within 4 episodes.
Right.
I thought Hopper was gone for sure.
Dude, okay. I'm glad I'm not
And
alone on that.
I love that when he was about to sacrifice himself with this little bomb vest, he takes a moment to be anxious and have a panic attack
Yeah.
and regret and say like, do I really want to do this? I love that they gave him that moment because yeah, he's probably the bravest of everybody there. He's ex-soldier, right? He's a veteran, all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But he's still a human. I love that they gave him that moment.
I also like that they gave him a chance to actually say something to Elle. Like if this was going to be his last
Called
moment,
her
he's
Jane.
like, "I'm proud of you and I love you and all." Come on. I'm so happy they didn't kill him, but dude, I was on the edge of my seat.
They had me going.
Yeah. And it's weird too cuz I was like, I was genuinely convinced they didn't have Vecna in there. I was like, there's no way cuz he's doing all these things outside. Like,
Well, me too. I was like, no.
Mhm.
Like, it wouldn't make sense. And why would, like, Demogorgon still be attacking, all that kind of thing? He
Mhm.
can't do that if he's captured. So I was very pleased to see that it was Callie.
yeah, and now Hop's okay. Another person I thought was dead, bro, and I almost threw up on this during this scene was Joyce when she was going face to face with Vecna.
I
Because
thought it was just going to be insta-kill.
I thought he was just gonna slash her, bro, like out of the way.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, why? Because she started standing up to him. She's like, "Leave my son alone." I'm like, "No, this is it." Like,
Can we
this
talk
is
about how Joyce... actually, I just said that Hopper is the bravest character. Screw that, bro. Joyce is like 5'2", and she's squaring up to Demogorgons, to Vecna.
right.
Right, she squares up to everybody in every season. I
She
love
always
it, bro.
stands
It's
on business. I love Joyce. Please protect her. Like Duffer Brothers don't.
She
dude.
can't die, bro.
No, she can't.
She can't die.
Another thing I
Yeah.
wanted to bring up, bro, is what the heck happened in those mountains that Vecna is terrified of, that he can't even go in.
That Vecna, of all people, can't go there? Alright, I've seen a lot of really interesting theories online. One of them being that's where he had the first encounter with the Mind Flayer.
That's insane. My mom said that the other day.
Your mom's smart. Because, like, I think that's got to be what it is, right?
I think
'Cause
so.
I think Vecna's... I think he's too, like, mentally insane that if, like, it was just some Indiana Jones type, like, oh, I saw somebody die in there,
Mhm.
he wouldn't care.
Mm-mm.
But, like, personal trauma like that, I feel like he would be actually scared to go back in there. So
Yeah,
that's
well,
a
like-
definite theory. I'm looking forward to finding out.
Think about what he did to his mom at like the age of like 9 or 10. Like, yeah, that
Yeah,
stuff doesn't bother
Right, he's
him.
not gonna be worried about that. He's a sociopath, he's a psychopath.
But to see, like, dude, I was scared too. Like, just looking at Henry's face when he was looking at the mountains, like the fear on his face. I've never seen something like that.
No. Like, it was ridiculous. And Max said, like, I'll never forget the look on his face
Yeah.
for good reason.
Like, that's scary, dude. And I'm there's so many things that I'm hyped to just like see happen, but at the same time I'm so scared because I don't want any of the characters anything to happen.
I know.
Because I feel
But
like
what I'm
this was all
happy with,
highs. That like I'm scared
yeah,
part 2 is gonna be like the lows of the characters.
lows. That's true. But like, I don't even know. One thing I'm happy with is I have no clue where this story is going. I can't just predict the plot, which I really enjoy. I'm happy with. But yeah, like, do you have any extra thoughts?
I don't think so. Let me look at my notes real quick. Like you said, I
I
can't predict anymore because I didn't think Will was gonna be like the sorcerer, bro. Like
I don't know where this is going now.
I didn't think Max was trapped in Vecna's head. Like there's so many things happening that I just didn't predict.
I do actually want to shout out one thing, and I actually should have brought this up way sooner. But the Will and Robin relationship and dynamic throughout the season was like actually so good.
It's the
Like,
relationship that
so
tapped
good.
into Will reflecting on his past life and like being able to unlock the sorcerer self of him, bro.
Yep. Like when Will initially caught them Robin kissing, I was like, oh no, this is going to be like a really awkward LGBTQ coming out thing.
Yeah, dude.
But again, they nailed it just like they nailed Robin's in the bathroom in season 3. They nailed it, and the relationship was so good. And I think one of the funniest moments of the entire season comes from that. And it's when Robin says, I knew that was your dumb bowl cut that ran away in the hospital. And Will's getting all shy and saying, I know it's outdated and everything.
Yeah.
That was so funny to me. That was so funny
That
to
was
me.
funny.
I loved it.
No, I agree with you.
That dynamic was special.
I agree with you. I can't lie. The first 2 episodes, I was getting a little annoyed and a little bit like I felt like Robin was coming in between not only Will and Joyce, but also like messing with Will too much in the sense of like, why are we like we're focusing on other things when like all this other stuff is happening right now. But obviously it built up to the point of like or Will looking back at his friendship with Mike and like him as a kid and the time he was happiest and felt like himself.
I agree with you. Actually, those first 2 episodes, it was like, okay, Robin is a jarring character again. But then over the next 2 episodes, she just kind of got back to season 3 Robin, where she was figuring stuff out. She was charismatic, but not over the top, and it was great again. And then Joyce started to come around to her. Will obviously was good friends with her enough that they used her as a person to like help him out in gaining his powers, which was really well done. And I think the scene of the little Robin monologue with flashbacks of Will and Jonathan and Will and Mike is one of the most well done scenes in the entire series.
And I really like the callback to in season 2, if you remember, Mike is talking to Will when Will is like
when they first met.
Yeah, about the swing set and like wanting to be friends, and they literally showed it.
Perfect.
So,
perfect.
A lot of callbacks to season 2 I'm finding in this season so far, with like the tunnels, the spy, the swing set, like a lot of stuff.
I feel like this will make me like season 2 a lot better upon like a full series rewatch. So very, very happy with how the opening 4 episodes went for this.
Yeah, me too.
But now I cannot wait for the month where we get the closing episodes and the series finale.
Right? Yeah, dude, I'm on the edge of my seat. I can't wait, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough month for sure.
In a future episode, Jade and I will probably at least make a little segment out of more gathered thoughts.
Yeah.
From the first 4 episodes of the season, with a bit more theories and predictions and all that kind of stuff. But this episode was, as we said, a little emergency episode. Had to drop something for it, 'cause insane content. And yeah, just initial reactions. And Jade and I needed to talk about it. I've been dying to talk to him for the past couple days now.
We couldn't hold it in any longer. Before we let them go, there's 2, like really, really quickly. We basically talked about every character. There's just 2 that I wanted to just like get your quick thoughts on. One, Lucas. I think Lucas is having a great season, and I think that his like relationship with Max and like still going to the hospital and playing the music for her has been so great, and I can't wait for Max to reunite with him, hopefully, if she wakes up.
Okay, yeah. As we said in our other video, Lucas is one of our favorite characters. He's my favorite of the main party. And they're building him up to be so important for this next run of episodes. And that makes me very scared for his life.
I hear you.
Especially because, like, how heartbreaking would it be that Max comes back and Lucas goes?
Yeah, dude, that'd be sad. How heartbreaking was it that Max was almost there?
She was so close. I was just going to bring this up. She was so close. Literally so close.
It's so sweet, too, that she was like, after all this time, Lucas has never given up on me because she could still hear the music.
I could feel his hand. I could feel his hand.
Yeah, that was going to get me.
Oh, my gosh.
Speaking of music, do you think that they're going to, like, somehow tie in Holly's song into, like, getting her up as well? Yeah.
They will. And by the way, every needle drop from the season has been really good.
Banger.
Really good.
And then lastly, do you think Jonathan proposes at the end of the season if everything's all right?
I hope not. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, dang.
What do they call that ship? Jancy or something?
Yeah, Jancy.
I don't mind it at all. It's just like, he's been, again, a bit of a jarring character so far this season. Any Jonathan lovers, I'm sorry, but all he's done is, yeah, like Steve said, he's been a bit of like a paranoid weirdo throughout this season. I know Steve is openly going after Nancy. He's not hiding it.
Even though he won't admit it. He won't admit it, but he's not hiding it either.
He won't admit it, but he's not hiding it. But, yeah, like, he just hasn't been my favorite this season, which is weird because in season 1 and 2, he was a big favorite of mine.
Yeah. All right.
But again, they are building him up to be a pretty big character for these next couple episodes, so
everyone's going to play a big role, a crucial role.
Dustin's going to get a much bigger role, I think.
Yeah,
because he's been a bit quiet this season for everybody's liking, but
we're going to get a lot more of Max and Holly and their journey in Vecna's mind. Dude, every time we keep talking about it, I keep on getting more thoughts. Really quick.
Exactly.
It was so tough when Max was telling the whole story to Holly and we're looking at everything through her eyes. And then she ends with, that leads me to here when I chose door number 2. And then she was like, but then you came and now I'm choosing door number 3. I'm like, let's go. Let's go. Come on, bro. Yeah. Yup.
Absolute peak.
Yeah. But we'll end it there. You were kind of closing us off and I had to bring up a couple more things, but
Oh, thank you, because that actually made me bring up a couple more things as well, which is nice.
We could talk about this forever, bro. That's just us.
Right? We're trying to keep this one a little bit shorter than usual.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out the TikTok. A lot of like these little clips of our conversations will be on there, a little bit more clear, concise for you guys.
Yeah.
But other than that, be ready for another episode soon of one that we already recorded. Lots of content coming to your guys' way, especially over Christmas and leading into more Stranger Things Doomsday. So that's it from me.
Lots of stuff coming out. Yeah, leave a like and subscribe, comment down below, and we hope you can wait it out till the rest of season 5, because it's gonna take seconds, minutes, hours, days, months, years, decades